Hey boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of New Stuff TV 2. I'm your host, Antoine. Let's get down to business, Richardson, because that's exactly what we're about to do. About to get down to the business of comparing the Bose Soundlink Flex 2 versus the Soundcore Boom 3i. This is the newest speaker of the pair that I'm gonna talk about today. And the reason why we're doing this is because it's still summertime, man. I know school's about to start soon, but people are still looking for portable speakers to take along with them on their journeys and even sometimes back to school. You probably shouldn't be jamming these things in school. If you're in college, yes, if you're in college, but I don't know, high school? Maybe, I don't know, but definitely not in like junior high. You should be taking this stuff. It's very disruptive. Anyways, we're gonna compare these two, man. Just a little housekeeping. This is a sponsored video, so I won't be giving too much of my opinion here because I think that would be unjust and unfair to either one of these speakers. So I'm just gonna present you with the facts and let these things actually help you decide for yourself by themselves, because I do have sound samples. The most obvious differences between the two is actually going to be the lights. Okay, one of these has lights. As soon as you turn it on, the lights start to turn on and they start doing their thing. Let me see here. It is the Soundcore Boom 3i. You know what? Let me take this strap off. It comes with a detachable strap, which is very useful. When I was carrying these things around, I just shouldered it because I had a camera and everything else in my hand, and I just shouldered this bad boy. Whereas this, I had to stuff it somewhere, and sometimes I'll just carry it with my pinky or my index finger. I mean, it's still, very like portable. It's just that sometimes that, that shoulder strap does come in handy. But the next cool feature is the playtime. Okay, I wouldn't call it a cool feature. I'd say it's actually a thing that every speaker should have, is a really solid playtime. And I wish, instead of giving you hours of playtime, all manufacturers should just say, we got this big of a battery in there. And just instead of saying 16 hours of playtime, which is what the Boom 3i has, versus the 12 hours of playtime, what the Bose has. And it's always going to be subjective to how loud you play it. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing it at full blast, neither one of these is going to give you the actual rated time. They actually do those tests and give you those numbers based off a very controlled environment. And a lot of times it's like 20 or 30% volume. So it's always going to be subjective, but you can get the most battery life out of this Boom 3i going up to 16 hours versus the 12 you're going to get out of the Bose. Now, in terms of durability, that's where this Soundcore Boom 3i is actually going to start pulling way ahead, because it not only is waterproof and dustproof IP68, it's also salt waterproof, okay, and rustproof. So you can actually dunk this thing in the salt water, take it with you surfing or boogie boarding, whatever you do, and you don't have to worry about those internals rusting out. Whereas this is IP67 water and dust proof, which is going to give you a lot of protection. That's pretty much the standard from anything previous to 2024, I guess, or 5. Like this year, 25 is the year of rust resistance and saltwater resistance. But we also have some added drop protection. So Bose actually says that and this is for all you klutzes out there, okay, who are really rough on your stuff. Bose actually says you can drop this thing. It doesn't give you like a drop rating or anything, but they say it's drop resistant because it does have this rubberized coating around the outside of it. But the front of it, it's coated with something like a paint, right? Like a caulk paint or what is that? Powder coat. Yeah, there you go. But you can dent this thing up and it can scratch, and then it won't be pretty anymore. Whereas when you have something like this Soundcore Boom 3i, this thing is actually rated drop resistance up to 3 feet, 1 meter. Okay, and it does have a little bit of a rubber coating on the outside edges, but it's a plastic design, and it seems to be really flexible and forgiving to when you actually drop it on stuff. So that's just an extra durability rating that you get with the Soundcore speaker there. Now let's jump into the app, and I'm gonna go ahead and record my screen for you as we check out this Bose Flex 2. Okay, so there you see, I'm in it right there, 100% battery charge, but there's not much to this app, which is fine for a lot of people because, you just buy this thing so you can listen to it. You go and, kind of set up some stuff within the app and you're pretty much done with it from there. And that's fine for a lot of people. But I do want to show you that you do get some preset EQs in here, and you also get a 3-band EQ in there. But that bass boost and flat is pretty much where I keep it. And sometimes I'll even just toggle that bass up, just a little bit on this one. But this is actually a pretty bass forward speaker as it is. So a lot of times I just leave it flat because I really like the way it sounds. And then of course you got your source there and you got a shortcut button. Let's go ahead and tap it so you can see what it does. All right, so you can have it as your speaker link button, which we're going to talk about in the future, but you can also link it straight to Spotify or your voice assistant, right? And that's if you're touching that shortcut button there. But that's pretty much it for the app. Now, when we get into the Soundcore side, let me go ahead and turn this off. I always forget how to turn, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and turn on this Soundcore Boom 3i, and then we'll go into that app because that app is loaded down with some stuff. You got all kinds of stuff in the app here. Let's talk about this for a minute. And this is for the people who just like extra stuff built into their speaker. Where's the app? There you go. All right, so, and they give you a lot. They give you everything but the kitchen sink. So let's get up in here and see what you're getting. All right, ooh, I forgot about the Bass Up 2.0. It's kind of like a thing that they call it a feature, but a lot of us take it as standard now because a lot of Soundcore speakers, if not all of them, come with Bass Up to a certain degree. Now they're on Bass Up 2.0, which is going to provide a little extra thump in there. But you see that front and center. You got your volume, you got your play and pause, you got this EQ, man. You got 4 presets, but then you also got that custom, which, let me see here. I think that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 band EQ. That's a little insane for a speaker of that size, but hey, Soundcore gives it to you, right? You got these are those extra added features that everybody might not use, but the people who do find a use for it are gonna absolutely love the fact that they have it, which is the voice amplifier, which basically turns this thing into a megaphone. You can actually get on it and you can talk into your phone and basically project it from your speaker. You got these sound effects like white noise and an emergency alarm and buzz clean, which is a super cool feature. You know what, since I got it on, I like that. I've never seen this on a speaker before. Basically what Buzz Clean does is, since you're gonna be taking this thing around to places like the beach and, you know, camping and stuff like that, getting it dirty and gritty and grimy, sometimes you can't get those little particles out of there, out of the grill and out of the outside on the radiators. So basically you just hit that Buzz Clean within the app and then boom, it starts like vibrating and shaking out all that fine dust and stuff that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to get out of the speaker. And I think that's actually very cool. It's just like I said, it's one of those features that you didn't know you need it until you actually get a chance to use it and make use of it. But some people might never use it at all. Either way, both of them have an app and they both have their functions. It's just that you're going to get a ton more functionality out of the Soundcore app. Also, those lights. Dude, let me show you these lights real quick. So you got, like I said, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 presets for lights. And then you got ambient lights on the bottom. And those are all beat synced lights at the top. And then you got these ambient light settings. There's 4 presets there for your lights. So once again, Soundcore is just thrashing pretty much everybody on the market when it comes to an app experience because they literally spend a lot of time in there giving you extra stuff. But in this next section, this is where Bose is going to pull ahead a little bit, and that's in the way of connecting with other speakers. Let me put this Soundcore Boom 3i down for a second because we're talking about this one right here, the Soundlink Flex 2. Not only can you stereo pair another Soundlink Flex 2 with this one, like if you got 2 identical ones, get stereo pairing, right? But if you got a group of Bose speakers like the Soundlink Flex Max, another Soundlink Flex 2, you can also like party connect, or not party connect, but like party mode. That's what they call it. You can party mode them joints together. And now you got this whole big Bose party going with all your Bose speakers that are actually compatible. Whereas with the Soundcore Boom 3i, you got stereo pairing. And that's always nice to have because they are affordable and you can actually get 2 of these things and have 2 of them, you know, in different sections of the room or in just different spaces to have that stereo audio going. That's great. But I gotta tell you, man, Bose definitely pulls ahead there with connectivity. But then Bose also gives you an extra feature that I like on smaller Bluetooth speakers like this. And I think all manufacturers should put them in their speakers. A lot of people won't use it once again, but when you use it and you like it, man, it's kind of, is really appreciated. And that is a microphone for having a speakerphone. Like that's what the Bose does. So if you just set this thing down on a table or just have it playing or whatever, you get your phone call, boom, you can answer your phone call right then and there. And it won't sound too echoey. The phone call quality on this thing is actually really good. But of course, the further you go away, the worse it's gonna sound, like echoey and stuff. But you can also turn that off within your phone settings if you want to, so you don't interrupt your music. Because a lot of people would complain about that. On the Soundcore Boom 3i, you do not get a speakerphone. This thing is actually it was created from the ground up to just go with you, do life, and take a ton of abuse. And in the meantime, sound really good, because both of these speakers sound really good, but you're going to hear these audio samples and you're going to be able to decide for yourself which one actually sounds better, which one's going to be the right one for you. And yeah, we're just gonna go with that. I think they're both great, to be honest with you. One of them is gonna give you a ton of features, okay? A ton. And one of them's gonna be more durable than the other. I'm talking about this Soundcore right here. And this will be the speaker, you might wanna just chill with, you know what I mean? Have it around the house or slide it in your bag, take it with you to school or something like that. Either way, it's time to let these speakers do the talking, man. So y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.